Man, what's good, chat? I ain't even late. 1 to 10. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back. Yo. What's good? What's good? Rob? What's good? Chat? What's good? Mom? What's good? What's good? Chat? What's good? Zach? What's good? Chat? What's good? What's good? Chat? What's good? Ladies and gentlemen, I hath returned once more. Yet again, I returned. Blue hoodie. I repeat, blue hoodie. Egghead with the 5W. Egghead. Yo, Supernova, Pixel, Gojo, Like, ESP, Poggers, I'm Nathan, Financial Fee, Nope, Diabetic, Johnny, Zero, Kentucky, Leah, appreciate you. W Subbers, man. Appreciate y'all. W Subbers for real. CaseOh 24/7 Ray, Yoke, Soldier, Jake, Y, Nintendo, Kate, the original, Loud, Hack. Appreciate you, Dookie, Commander. Thank you most. Thank you. Man! W Subbers. Chat, how's everybody's day going on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me hear it, huh? Chat, how we doing? Are we doing good? We back on another Friday, chat. We done made it to another Friday. You know what I mean? Another Friday, chat. You know, it is what it is. If the internet, if the stream cuts out, it's because the house got blew away by a tornado, by the way. Just saying. I know y'all can hear it. I know y'all can hear the rumbling action. It's bad. It's bad out here. It's bad. Okay? I don't know what's going on with the weather the past 2 months, chat. It has rained almost, it's raining, storming almost every day. It's absolutely insane, man. It's insane. Yo, Chris with the 10 gifted. W Chris with the 10 gifted. Appreciate you, Chris. W Chris, man. Chat, you happy it's Friday? Be honest. You happy? No, you got me messed up, Kool-Aid. Thank you. I love rain. Well, you'll grow up one of these days. Okay? You'll grow up one of these days. Anytime somebody says they love rain, you just assume, like, okay, you ain't grown up yet. You ain't been out in the real world yet. Because anybody that's grown up and been out in the real world, you don't like rain no more. Oh my goodness, it's lightning. Did you see that? Yo, Chris with the 10, get the W. Chris and Dalen with the 5, thank you. Chat, look, bruh. Wait. We might see a lightning strike. Hold on. Hold on. You'll know it if we see one. Hold up a minute. There went one right there, but it wasn't big enough for y'all to see it. Hold on. Yo, my queen with the 5, thank you. I'm trying to get to where y'all can see the lightning strike. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do here. So if you got a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Yo, Captain with the 5, thank you. The room's too bright. No, you gonna see it. Just wait. If a good one comes through, there it went. You see it? Did you see the flash? No. You know what? I ain't about to stand for this. I ain't about to stand for this. Hold on. I'm not about to stand for this. Watch this. Just move on, buddy. You will unironically get banned if you tell me to move on. Shut up. You lack of attention span loser. Golly, just move on. Y'all move on by banning you and never seeing your face again. How about that? Loser, just move on. Shut up. Just shut up. Nobody likes you. Nobody. Oh my goodness, this lamp is hot! Yo! Dude, my house is gonna burn down! I can't even turn the lamp off! Yo, Danger with the 5. Y'all remember how I told y'all I got a blanket over the lamp? I can't even, you know the little twist thing you gotta do to twist it and turn the light off? I can't even touch that because it's so hot because the blanket laying over it. Dude, that is a fire hazard, bruh. No joke, that's bad. Dude, that is bad, bruh. You know what I mean? Are we dead, Chad? Am my house gonna burn down? Golly, we might be cooked. No, I mean, it's not. When it almost actually caught on fire before, I had more of the blanket piled up over the top of it, so it was trapping more heat in there. But now it's real hot, but I don't think it's gonna catch on fire. So I think we're good. It's been like that for like a week straight anyway. It's alright. I feel like if it was gonna catch on fire, it would have done it already. You know what I mean? What did this dude just say? Are you a moron? That's ironic from somebody named Darth Noodles, buddy. And your literal PFP is Patrick butt naked from SpongeBob, with his cheeks out. I don't understand. You have the nerve to call me a moron. And that's the whole situation that we got going on. Grab a Switch 2? Buddy, there ain't no Switch 2s nowhere. I can't just get a Switch 2. There ain't none. Yo, 5 gifted with the 5 gifted. Thank you. Yo, what's good, Leighton? Appreciate you. Rachel, I think. What's good, Leighton? Appreciate you. What? Wait, hold on a minute. There's no way this is real. Yo. Hey, Case, I've been wanting to tell you that we used to think our house was haunted because food kept going missing and we would see someone in the hallways at night and would hear someone cough. Come to find out a man was living in our attic and crawl spaces for 2 years. What? Yo, happy 19th birthday, though, Kyla or Kayla, whichever one. Happy 19th birthday. So, how? How did y'all let that slide for 2 years? You know? Chat, that is more scary. Dude, that is way more scary than any ghost could ever be. You know what I mean? It literally is. My computer is updated, Hakey. What you mean? I think it is. Thank you for the bits. See, now you got me wanting to watch a scary video now. See, now I want to watch a scary video. You done set the mood. I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh, I can't watch that one because I done seen it. That's a shame. I can't watch that. I done seen it. I wish I hadn't seen that, but I've done seen it now. I would watch that, but I done seen it. I'm sorry. That's a shame. Nuke's top 5 posted. Use a lie. Use a lie. Ooh, man. Ooh, dude, there's some bangers in here, dude. 6 most disturbing camping videos caught on camera. Disturbing abandoned building encounters. Oh, man. Do the camping one? The camping one?
Since 2017.
GG. Hey, again, shout out to this YouTube channel, Chilling Scares. Absolutely killing it, not gonna lie. This right here is a goated YouTube channel. I'm gonna be for real with you. This YouTube channel right here, absolutely goated. No joke. No joke. Absolutely goated YouTube channel. I'll be real. Yo, Dalen with the 5. Thank you. Camping encounters. Type 1 if you're camping literally right now.
A YouTuber named
Mr. Nightmare's better, but you're off your rocker, bud. Now, shout out to Mr. Nightmare too, but you know I ain't heard of Mr. Nightmare in a few years now. But shout out to Mr. Nightmare. You know what I mean? Yo, Dalen with the 5. Thank you. Nuke's top 5 literally posted. Well, even if they did, bud, I can guarantee you it ain't gonna be better than this.
named Phil has been uploading videos of his hiking trips to his channel Hike Slam, where he gives his viewers a glimpse into everything he does to prepare for a long hike, camp alone in the middle of the woods.
Because this right here, we're going to see actual footage of something scary happening, but the ghost videos, you're like, okay, it's just fake.
Choose the right hiking gear, and pretty much everything related to the outdoors. On the night before Thanksgiving 2021, Phil went on an overnight hike to camp on the Appalachian Trail near his house in Virginia.
By yourself, Appalachian Mountain Trail camping.
For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail. Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song.
Yo, tell Hannah happy birthday, Hannah. Thank you, happy birthday, Hannah. Case, if I went cave exploring in my if I went cave exploring and my dump truck got me stuck, I would fart so loud it would echo and alert everyone. Okay. Thank you, Millie's Adventure, for letting us know that that's what would happen if you went camping. How?
It's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems on a plastic container, only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness...
Wait, hold up! You run this by me again, I'm lost! So this dude's going camping by himself in the Appalachian rainforest or whatever it is. Okay.
For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail. Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song lyrics, though it's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems on a plastic container, only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness, things continue to get stranger and stranger, and as he nears the campsite, Phil finds another series of disturbing notes.
The weirdness continues.
And so at this point, you're still continuing to go farther into the woods by yourself to go camping? After you're seeing all of this, you're still going. Dalen with the 5, thank you.
What the?
I mean, chat, you're turning around if you see this. Well, first off, I know ain't none of y'all going camping in the middle of the woods by yourself anyway. But say you was, you're turning around.
What if you can create
you
your
gotta
own
be
website by
fisting me,
saying,
man!
This is what I want. With Wix, you can.
And there's a dead duck here.
Oh, R.I.P. to that duck.
Some of the notes appear to contain cryptic poems, others seem to talk about pretty in-depth conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents or something, and the rest appear to be biographical, with whoever wrote them telling parts of their story. It's tough to confirm if the person who wrote the notes was the same person who killed the duck, but honestly, it would be too much of a coincidence for the dead duck to be lying right there next to the series of creepy notes, which were obviously placed there recently considering they're in good condition and not wet. After taking in the eerie scene, Phil notices a tarp and a fire next to a campsite about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck. Staying as far away as possible from the campsite, he continues making his way up to a shelter. Although this next part wasn't caught on camera, Phil then reported that he saw 2 women coming down the trail with their dog, asking him if he had seen the guy who was leaving the creepy note.
What are you doing out here, bro? Bro, go home, man.
And dead animals on the side of the trail.
Yo, Pickle with the 5.
When Phil mentioned he saw a campsite and a fire a few yards away from the notes, the woman got scared and asked him to walk back to their car with them.
Oh no.
Thinking it was probably a good idea to move as far away as possible from the campsite anyway, Phil went back with them and then started hiking.
Oh, this dude ain't got no offense to this dude, but you ain't got no survival skills. Golly, it's like you asking to get murdered out here.
Other direction to find a safer place to spend the night. Fortunately, the rest of his hike to the new shelter was a lot more uneventful for Phil, and once he got there, he was able to set up a camp for the night, light a fire, and enjoy his dinner miles away from the disturbing notes he found. A few minutes
That
later,
burrito looked good, though. I'm not gonna lie, that thing looked good. He eating good out there. What's that, El Monterey?
once it got dark, Phil decided to go into the shelter and check out the camp log and see some of the notes and stories other hikers had left behind. And that's when things get extremely creepy again.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind of cool tradition here.
Is it?
So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally. It's nice and little trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff.
Keep in mind, this dude's in the middle of the woods, by yourself, middle of the night, camping.
Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap.
Man, this is fake!
Hold on, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from
You're
here.
a liar.
Even though the shelter where Phil's currently staying at is more than 2 miles away and on the other side of the road from the previous one, the handwriting in the camp log is exactly the same as the handwriting that was on the notes and garbage on the other side of the road. This is pretty disturbing in itself, but it gets even more so when Phil starts to actually read some of the content in the logbook.
In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck?
Yo, Dragon with 25 gifted. Yo, give me some W's for Dragon with 25 gifted. Appreciate you, Dragon, with the 25 gifted. Thank you, Dragon. Why are you dragging it? Why don't you just carry it instead?
In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9.
So you mean to tell me some dude that was in jail and solitary confinement went out here in the middle of the woods and started writing?
This is the same ramblings. Kind of scary. Those weird, different direction. Like an attempt.
Hey, bro, you
Company.
read too
It
much.
felon walking around the woods leaving dark and weird notes all over the place is extremely concerning, and based on the kinds of stuff the guy is writing, he's probably not in his right mind. This could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't
Not dangerous enough for Phil to go home, though, apparently.
appear to have anything to defend himself with.
What?
As he gets ready to go to sleep in his tent, and he died. This could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't appear to have anything to defend himself.
Why not? Thank you for the 10 again.
With. As he gets ready to go to sleep in his tent, Phil walks back to the shelter once more, where he finds half a Gatorade bottle hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note in the same guy's handwriting that reads, "Watch out for Yeet Mouse, the dead do walk and talk." Understandably creeped out by yet another disturbing note, Phil tries to fall asleep in his tent, obviously a little on edge
After all this, bro, still gonna sleep here. I can't, bro. I can't.
from everything that happened that day. The last thing you'd want to happen if you were in Phil's position would probably be to start hearing strange noises near the shelter in the middle of the night, and that's exactly what happened. While he was falling asleep, he heard something moving near the shelter, and as he poked his head out of the tent, he saw a single guy with a headlamp walking around the shelter.
What?
Not wanting to find out if it was the same guy who had been leaving notes, he quietly made his way back to the truck in the middle of the night, checking over his shoulder the entire way to make sure he wasn't being followed. Luckily, he made it back home safely, and as of 2024, he hasn't uploaded another video about the strange notes he found on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty likely that dozens of other hikers after him came across the disturbing notes and the dead duck, but we'll probably never know who exactly the guy who wrote them was, or what he would have done if he ran into any unsuspecting campers.
Yo, Phil, what's wrong with you, bro? What you doing, Phil?
Dad, I'm bored.
Let's count the smiles.
If you
What
want
you mean, you bored?
2, 3.
Amazon Freight can
What do you mean
scale
you
with you.
bored?
Transparent pricing, simple booking.
Grizzly Gaz is a camping channel on YouTube consisting of dozens of videos featuring Gaz, the uploader, going on hiking and camping trips in the UK with his
GG.
French bulldog named Fendi. In a
You
lot
gonna
of his
bring your dog with you? Man. Yo, Duck with the 5 and Dia with the 5, thank you.
videos, he goes camping in some pretty extreme conditions, and he often shows footage of his unexpected encounters with big animals in the middle of the woods. In April 2023, Gaz uploaded a video of a camping trip he made somewhere in the woods in the UK.
What you do?
The first part of the camping trip goes pretty much according to plan, with the footage showing Gaz setting up his tent and chopping wood to make a fire while his dog Fendi keeps him company as the sun begins to set. This next part wasn't shown in the footage, but as Gaz started to prepare his steak dinner over the fire, a random man in jeans and a coat approached his campsite and asked him for a beer and some food.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye. Pot boiling for some mash. And I've got a visitor.
Yo, there's no way you're just that friendly to some random dude walking through the woods. JC with the 5, thank you.
Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. Me pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random crate.
Bro, there ain't no way you just chilling there. Skeeter with the 5, thank you.
Wondering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
Don't think I was.
He's creating evidence in case he kills him. Well, I feel like your first thing would be just get out of there so you don't get killed to start with. But I don't know.
Although the encounter with the man itself was pretty tame, it's still pretty creepy to be camping in the woods in the middle of nowhere and suddenly be approached by a random guy asking for things.
Yeah.
If you listen closely to what he's saying, some of the guy's sentences are a little incoherent, and he appears to ramble a bit when he talks, almost like he's kind of out of it.
Yo, also
Later in the
with
footage,
25
Gaz
months.
reveals that Martin was homeless, and that as they shared their dinner, he told Gaz his story about how he had ruined his life with the drugs, and how he had ended up walking alone in the woods that day. Disturbingly, Gaz also mentioned that while they were having dinner, he turned around for a few seconds to chop some more wood to keep the fire going, and when he turned back around, Martin had left the campsite unannounced without even thanking Gaz for the food. After the strange encounter, the uploader decided to leave the campsite and head home out of fear that the man would possibly tell his friends about meeting some guy camping out in the middle of the woods with expensive filming equipment lying around and...
Okay, you know what? He's smart for that. At least he actually left and went home. Thank you so much for doing that, sir.
suggest robbing him or possibly worse. To see if Martin would come back in the middle of the night with possibly ill intentions, Gaz actually left a trail camera on the tree at the campsite to capture everything that happened that night. Based on his behavior, it's pretty hard to gauge Martin's intentions.
Wait, he left the trail cam behind to see if he actually came back? Ooh, he genius!
Know whether he was just confused and possibly under the influence, or if he had something more sinister planned that evening. Either way, it's probably a good thing that Gaz left the campsite and didn't go back until the next morning, especially since, when he did go back, his trail camera that he had left was completely gone.
This is why you literally cannot trust nobody, bro. If he would have stayed sleeping there, that dude would have literally came back in the middle of the night and guaranteed robbed him, but probably would have got killed in the process too.
Creepy Outdoors is a channel where the uploader frequently shows footage of his nighttime visits to sketchy outdoor locations during all 4 seasons. In October 2022, Creepy Outdoors uploaded a video of a camping trip he took to an unnamed forest in the middle of nowhere,
this is
recording
insane.
everything he saw as he explored some of the surrounding woods in the darkness.
What are you doing?
For the first few minutes, all you can hear is the guy's breathing, and you can't help but be kind of amazed at how brave it is to visit a dark forest in the middle
This
of...
is unreal that somebody would do this! Dragon with another 5, thank you!
nowhere all alone. not knowing if you're going to run into potentially hostile animals or something else. As the video progresses, the uploader makes a few comments and observations on his surroundings, and throughout the footage, there doesn't appear to be anyone...
What's his observations, man? Sure is dark out here tonight.
else in the forest with him. Around 13 minutes in, though, an extremely disturbing sound takes the footage in a pretty dark direction.
Oh, it's 15 gifted. Yo, W Dragon with the 15 gifted. My fault. I thought that said 5. W Dragon with the 15. Seriously, I appreciate you for real. Thank you. W Dragon. Seriously, I appreciate that. What are you doing?
Oh, hi.
Sanity with the 10 gifted. W Sanity with the 10 gifted. Okay, first off, I would never be in this situation. But if I was in a situation where I was in the middle of the woods at night and this exact thing happened to me, I'm pretty sure I would instantly die from fear. That is like the creepiest thing. That's the creepiest thing that could ever happen to you in the middle of the woods. That is more creepy than hearing like a demon say it, but hearing like a voice like that say that as soon as you turn the light off is absolutely insane. He was so shocked, he said, what'd he say, hi? Hey. Hey. Oh. Dude, listen. Dude, that's terrible. That's...
Oh, hi.
Bro said, oh, hi.
What?
That...
I need to get out of here.
You think?
Oh, boy.
Dalen with another 10, thank you.
Okay. That was creepy.
That was more than creepy,
I need
buddy.
to get out of here.
Dalen with another 5, thank you.
In the distance, probably a couple of 100 feet away from the uploader, a voice yells, "I see you."
That is so creepy.
It's possible that the disturbing sound was made by a coyote or a fox, but because it sounded so much like "I see you," it could have also been another camper trying to mess with the uploader and scare him.
True, it could have been that, but why would you do that to somebody? You know what I mean? Like, why? Yo, happy birthday, Minnie.
Because the YouTuber had been talking and making noise almost the whole time, he might have inadvertently alerted someone else who may have wanted to play a prank on him just for the fun of it. Still, it's...
Somebody just said for funsies. So you're the type of person that would do that? Bro, what is... Yo, chili cheek hamburger with 2,000 bits. Hey, Case, finally got to sub. Funny story. My wife, Meg D. Scallion, got me into you while I, too, was using a hockey puck for Wi-Fi 3 years ago. I'm sorry your previous military husband, Lucas, didn't work out, but maybe I can be your new boo thing. Lucas, what? Dude, Lucas, that was a... Dude, no! Flowing with the 5. Thank you. Kitty, you really help me on White on White every night, and we love watching you every night. Much love from Meg D and Chili Cheese. Yo, W Chili Cheeks and Meg D Scallion. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you too, Cheetah. That's cool. Appreciate you.
It's hard to imagine why anyone else would be wandering in the same secluded part of the woods as the uploader. What's most disturbing is that the person or animal or whatever it was that made the noise appeared to yell out right after the guy turned off his lamp.
That's creepy.
Almost as if they were waiting for that to happen to yell out something disturbing.
Chat, that's creepy.
Luckily, the uploader was able to make it back to his campsite safely and has continued uploading outdoor footage to this day.
So did you go back and you stay there overnight, or did you go home? Flowing with another 5. You ain't hitting that shot. You ain't hitting that shot. Okay, so you're using an aimbot. Got it.
Sam is a YouTuber from Cleveland, Ohio, who's been uploading videos of his stealth camping trips to his channel, The Northwest
Stealth camping?
Wind, since 2016. For those of you who don't know, stealth camping just means parking your camper van pretty much anywhere without paying for parking, and people do it anywhere from residential neighborhoods to the middle of nowhere.
Why?
In January 2024, Sam uploaded footage of his stealth camping trip to the woods in Cleveland, leaving his camper van at a local dog park a few hundred yards away. On his way into the woods, he finds a camping tent that's been shredded to pieces, which is honestly a little creepy, but he keeps going anyway.
Keeps going anyway.
After setting up his tent in the woods, he starts cooking dinner on a camping stove. As the sun starts to set, he sees a couple of people walking by the campsite, and this is when he mentions that he's getting a bad vibe and feels like he's possibly in danger from them.
So go ahead and leave.
Most experienced campers would probably tell you that if your gut is telling you something's wrong, you should probably call it a day and leave.
Excuse me, may I interject? I'm not an experienced camper, but I still agree that you should leave.
But Sam decided to stick it out for the night and kept on recording. As soon as he settles down in his tent to get some sleep, things start to get very creepy.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
As the seconds pass by, the footsteps outside seem to get louder and louder. At one point, Sam calls out to whoever's out there, but at first he doesn't get a response. It's only after he calls out for about the 5th time that every camper's worst nightmare starts to become a reality for Sam.
They're walking around outside in circles.
Dude. That's when you get to Blicky and you just start shooting in every direction through the tent. I mean, come on, bruh.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello?
You don't?
Hello? Hello? They're touching.
Dude, okay, there is somebody in the middle of the woods making circles around your tent that you are sleeping in, and they are touching your tent, and you are saying hello. I would be saying, hey, I'm about to come outside and kill you. Why are you or I'd act like somebody's in the tent with me. I'd say real loud. I'd say, honey, hand me the sawed-off shotgun. And I'd walk outside. You talk about some hello.
Touching my tent.
Stop touching my tent. I'm in the middle of the woods by myself camping. Stop touching my tent, person I don't know in the middle of the woods. Buddy, do something else!
Hello?
Oh my goodness, man!
Hello?
Dog. Yo, sorry with the 10. Thank you. W, sorry with the 10.
Alright, I'm getting out of here.
You're getting out of here.
Hello? Hello? I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, there.
Dude, this dude, it's like this video, this specific video needs to be used as an example of what you want to do if you're trying to die in the middle of the woods. Yo, flowing with another 5. Thank you.
Walking away now. What do you want? What do you want?
Bro, stop.
I have a knife.
Oh, good.
Where's my knife?
You tell them I have a knife, and then you say out loud, where is my knife? You just want to die!
What's me?
Brianna with the 5, thank you.
What's me here? Holy crap, get away. What do you want? Hello, I can't see you. Hello. All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
One thing that a lot of people in the comments of Sam's video have pointed out is that if you're being stalked or attacked by a stranger in the middle of the woods, it's probably not a good idea to show weakness by saying things like, I can't see you, I'm spooked, and I don't like this. After this, the attackers apparently leave the campsite, but as soon as he steps out of the tent, Sam sees them standing eerily in the woods just a few feet away from him.
No way.
Collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. Oh. Like this, get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone!
Dude, you are such a loser. I'm not gonna lie, you're a loser, dude. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but Lord have mercy, never go camping again. Buddy, you are at the bottom of the food chain. You are under frogs on the food chain. This is bad.
Completely freaking out after the disturbing encounter, he obviously decides to call it a night and head back to his van in the park, but things only continue to get worse for Sam.
All right, they're moving again. I don't know, I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get out of here. I'm leaving, don't follow me!
Dude, oh my goodness.
I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here.
I'm leaving, don't follow me! Bro!
I smell your cigarette, I can hear you!
Oh my,
I hear you!
Dude.
As he's making his way back to the park, he looks back at the campsite and sees the attackers stealing his things, but he decides to leave his stuff behind, terrified.
Of course you did, because you solved!
Life. As he's running through the woods now, he turns back and sees his attackers.
First thing I'm doing, first off, I ain't gonna be out there in the first place. And if I didn't have a gun, I'd have like a machete with me. I'd jump out the dadgum tent. I'd be doing everything I can to get these. And you're over here talking about, hello, stop, leave me alone, hello, stop it, I'm scared, I'm spooked, hello, I smell your cigarette, I'm leaving, don't follow me, But bro, if you're in a dadgum situation like this, you need to come off like an absolute lunatic. Like they're walking around your tent, you'd wake up, huh? Man, I already killed 10 people tonight. I guess I gotta kill another one. And then you start unzipping the tent and they'll run away.
Yeah,
This has got to lead back to the main trail. I don't know where they are. It's all foggy up here. I got water in my headlamp.
Stop!
I don't know where to go. I don't see or hear anybody anymore. I hear them coming.
I wonder why. Because you're narrating every second of your life with a headlamp on.
Can't see the shadow. Here's a path. Okay, get me the I'm recording all of this.
Oh.
I'm calling up police.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm back on the path. Back on the path. Okay. Okay. Get away from me!
After making it back to his van safely, he drove home and gave his viewers a recap of everything that happened. As you can imagine, a lot of people in the comments accused the uploader of staging the video, mentioning that nobody in their right mind would continue to record as they sprint through the woods in the dark. But his reaction seems pretty genuine to me. Different people act different ways in situations of stress.
Well, I'm here to tell you one thing, Bubba. This is the legitimate last way you ever want to react to anything.
As for who the two guys who stalked and attacked him were and what they wanted, it's really anyone's guess. If what they did to Sam was some kind of joke, that's a pretty messed up joke to play on someone. But
no, you know what? It's a good thing they played a joke on him, because maybe this scarred him enough to never go camping again, which is in his own benefit, because if he keeps going camping, this is bad.
As the uploader confirmed that they didn't end up stealing his stuff when he went back the following morning, it's also clear that looting the campsite wasn't really their main focus. We can't really know what they would have done to him if he hadn't run from the campsite, but at any rate, it's probably a good thing he did.
I'm the guy who robbed him, it's true. What?
At any rate, it's probably a good thing he did. Love Sundays is a camping channel on YouTube run by a guy.
I'm sorry, I paused like 50 times this video, don't care. That last video is the most insane what not to do video I've ever seen in my life. I can't. I cannot believe someone would react like that. I can't. That is unbelievable. That is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Named Sean, who uploads some pretty cool footage of his solo camping trips everywhere in the UK. In February 2024, he uploaded a video where he left his van on the side of the road next to the woods, and then went to do some exploring, jumping over a fence to walk through the woods. After that, Sean makes his way back to his van to make dinner, where he then heads out once again for an evening stroll through the woods. Upon his return to the van, he goes to bed at about 9 p.m., but at 3 in the morning, things start to get a little disturbing.
Get away from me!
I'll see you in the morning.
I'm calling the police!
Good night.
Get away from me!
A car's just pulled up.
Yo, pal with the 5.
And it sounds like they're walking around the van.
As soon as Sean pulls back the curtains, the people who were walking around the van get back in their car.
At least this dude's smart enough to sleep in the van.
When he put his head out the window to see what was going on, the car drove away, leaving him alone for the rest of the night. It wasn't until the next morning that Sean realized what the visitors had done to his van.
Right, well I think we should at least go outside and see how miserable the weather is. My door's stuck. What the actual... See that?
Huh?
So here's... There's obviously just people wanting to talk about and just be funny, I guess, but how dangerous is that? Locking someone in their van? Let me check the back door.
Dude, why would somebody do that?
Nothing on this one because they wouldn't have been able to tie it to anything, would they? There's no way they could have done that door anyway.
What is wrong with you?
Why someone would want to lock a stranger in their van is anyone's guess.
It's fake. The reason I think this isn't fake is because this is such a small thing. I don't see any reason that you would fake something this small.
And the only reasonable explanation I can think of is that maybe they were trying to steal the diesel from the van and put the zip ties on the door in case Sean realized what was happening and attempted to get out to stop them. It could have also been a local who didn't want anyone parking their camping van in that area, but we'll likely never know. Luckily, after he cut the zip ties off, he made it back home unharmed and has continued uploading videos of his camping adventures in the UK.
That is crazy.
Probably been in this position before. You're playing your favorite Roblox game, and you want to spend some Robux so that you can take yourself...
The Facts by HowToHunt.com is a channel dedicated
I'm still not over the one before that van one. I'll never get over that as long as I live.
sharing knowledge about the outdoors and encouraging people to explore the wilderness.
Hey, bro got
in January
motion.
2022, a pretty terrifying video was uploaded to the channel in which a group of teenagers can be seen reacting to some strange sounds coming from somewhere in the woods.
You hear that? Get Trevor.
Trevor? Oh, y'all are good. You got Trevor with you. You good. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You got Trevor in your group with you? Oh, no, you ain't scared of nothing. Yo, I'm about to pass out. Yo, hold on. Hey! Yo! Yo, listen. Y'all hear that? That is 100% just somebody in the woods trying to scare them. That's 100% what that is. Ain't no doubt about it, bruh. Yo, happy birthday, Leiden. Thank you. I can do that. You ready? Hold on. I can make the exact same noise. You ready? Watch this. I'ma try. Matter of fact, it was me. That's 100% a person just messing with him.
Hey!
Wait a minute.
Hey! That was not an elk.
Dude, that one is so funny. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a dog right there. It's a dude and his dog in the woods making noise. The dude is going, and then his dog is going, That's exactly what it is.
Get my keys. Oh, get ready.
Nah, it's just Bigfoot.
Everybody, get in my truck.
Hey, bro, you a superhero?
When you're out in the woods in the middle of the night, it can be easy to mistake certain animal noises with human screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats are all known to make sounds that can sometimes be hard to tell apart from human yelling.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
In this case, I don't know of any animal that can make that kind of noise.
I think that's a mix between a person and a dog making noise.
When you consider how loud the banging on the trees was. Elk are known to rub their antlers against trees, but it obviously doesn't sound that loud or menacing. A lot of people in the comments of the video have mentioned that the sounds aren't too different from human screams, and it could have just been a man screaming in the woods in the middle of the night.
Yeah, did somebody clip how close I was? Let me see how close I was. Somebody clip that? I mean, I can debunk this right here and see if that was a person. Let me see. Maybe it's this. I can do that. You ready? Hold on. I can make the exact same noise. You ready? Watch this. I'ma try. That is insane! That was a human. That's a human. We can 100% verifiably verify that's a human-made noise because I just recreated it. Only difference is there was some echo in the background. Try. Yo, that's hard. Yo, Edna with the 26 gifted subs. Lord have mercy. Yo, give me some W's for Edna with the 26 gifted. Appreciate you, Edna. W, Edna, for real. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you, Edna. Thank you. W, Edna, for real. Appreciate that. Man, these videos, chat, I'm telling you, these videos goated, bro. See, because these are ones actually scary because, you know, it's actual stuff going on and not like some ghost action.
Although that's also pretty messed up in itself.
True, yeah. I don't know what he said, but that's true. Yeah, it is messed up.
Even though some viewers have claimed the video is staged, the uploader's reactions seem pretty genuine in this case. And the only thing we can say for sure is that it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run into whoever or whatever.
Man, bro, this channel got some bangers on it, bro. They got another camping one, dude. It's only 13 minutes, bro. It's only 13 minutes long. You know what I mean? I mean, it's right there, bro. It's just 13. I mean, what's 13 minutes? 13 minutes plus 40 minutes for the pauses. So we're looking at maybe an hour and a half. That's easy. What you talking about?
There are quesadillas, and then there's Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. Packed with their famous chicken fingers, cheese.
GG.
In April 2019, a YouTuber named Jason uploaded a video to his channel, Abbey Mountain Trekkers, in which he recorded footage of his solo overnight trip to the mountains.
Solo again.
His channel is dedicated to all things outdoors, in which Jason frequently uploads videos of his adventures hiking, camping, and surviving in the woods. In this particular video, his hike up to the mountain is pretty uneventful, and as soon as he arrives at the campsite, Jason begins setting up his tent and shows his viewers how he starts a fire as the sun begins to set.
Wait, he's him.
As he waits for the day to end, he tries his luck at spoon carving, and this is when he reports...
Wait, this is a real outdoorsman right here. See, this is a specific situation to where I'm like, you know what? It's probably okay for somebody like this to do it by themselves, because look what he's doing. He built that whole thing just out of wood and stuff. All right. Okay, yeah.
A strange sound coming from the top of one of the mountains, but he writes it off as a bird or some other small animal and continues setting up for the night. At about 9 o'clock, he turns his camera off to go to bed, but less than an hour later, he wakes up to a strange sound that he says he's never heard before in his life.
Oh, no.
He mentions it sounded like some sort of guttural animal call, but because it came from pretty far away, he couldn't identify what it was.
I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Oh, he's good. He's got his UV light on. The zombies can't get to him. He's good. He's at a night runner's hideout right now. The zombies can't get to him. He's all right.
It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig. Some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape.
That's a Dying Light reference if you didn't get it.
The calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
What?
Still shaken after the rude awakening, he tries to go back to bed, but just a few hours later at around 1 a.m., he wakes up again to what he describes as the sound of something or someone circling his tent.
Oh, no, bruh.
Whatever it is, it's close.
That's a bipedal creature, which means it's human.
Hear that? Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
The skill level between this guy and that other nerd is generational skill gap. Dude, when it comes to camping, the skill gap is insane.
If you look closely at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the reflection of what appears to be 1 or 2 sets of eyes.
No, that's a fire.
He hands his flashlight over them.
No, that's that fire he built. It's just low now.
Though there are many animals with eyes that reflect light at night, based on the fiery white color of the reflection, it's very likely that Jason was being observed by wolves or coyotes. Dog's eyes will also give off a white reflection, but considering that it was around 1 a.m. when this happened, it's unlikely that a dog would be walking around in the mountains so close to his campsite. Coyote and wolf attacks on humans are rare, as both species tend to avoid human contact, but they can still become very aggressive if they feel threatened.
Bro, I wish a wolf would try me, bro. I wish you would. I wish a wolf would try me, bro. That would be your last mistake. A dadgum wolf. Wolves and dogs, chat. I'm here to tell you right now. I've told y'all this before. Well, I've went through this whole thing before. I have a whole teaching course on how to defend yourself from wolves and dogs. It's the easiest thing ever. Wolves and dogs, if there's just one of them, they only have a mouth, bruh. That's it. You sacrifice your left arm or your weak... Who remembers my lesson I gave out? Matter of fact, hold on a minute. I ain't even got to repeat it. Just give me 1 second right here. I'm going to tell y'all again. Look at this. This is life-changing, life-saving information right here. Look. All right. This right here is how you survive a wolf or a dog attack. Generational advice right here. Whichever handed you are, left or right-handed. So here's what you do. Your weak hand, say a dog's charging you, right? Yep. Dog's charging you. Big old dog. Big old pit bull running at you. Immediately what you're going to do is turn your body and sacrifice your weak arm. Exactly. Right? Exactly. You're going to literally give your weak arm to the dog. Yep. He's going to latch on to your weak arm. Guess what? Once he's on your weak arm, he ain't got nothing else. You got this right hand. Scoop the dog, body slam. Dead. Period. Better yet, you got a pocket knife or something, you know, or whatever. Once he bites onto that weak arm, he's cooked because he ain't got nothing else he can do. Because his one ability to hurt you is gone. Yep. I mean, whichever handed you. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's legitimately what it is. Look, the comments. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's generational advice.
Especially if they have pups nearby. If this were the case, Jason would be in grave danger, but chillingly, he doesn't even seem to notice the eyes watching him as he scans the area with his flashlight. Luckily, he went back to his tent and slept safely through the night. When he woke up the next morning, he recorded another update for his viewers, but he never mentioned the eyes that his camera...
Bro's got... I'm not gonna lie, bro got aura. That's crazy. The aura level of this guy... You know what's funny right now? I love watching YouTube videos and I keep pausing all the time because I know there's at least 10 people that's just fuming so mad that I keep pausing. I hope you cry actual tears because I pause so much. You might as well go ahead and get your tissues. I hope it messes with you so bad. I hope the rage that is within you is so insanely bad that you're just breaking stuff in your house. And I just know I know you're out there doing that right now, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm over here looking for any reason I can to pause this video just because you get so mad because I'm pausing it. I'm so happy. Real ones don't care about no pauses, bro.
Captured the night before, suggesting he might have never noticed. After this video, there were no additional updates on the incident.
He got aura. He out-auraed whatever was out there.
In 2021, YouTuber Matt Field spent the night in a dark cave in the middle of nowhere in Australia after his friend told...
This might be the most absurd sentence ever uttered. Listen to this sentence.
In 2021, YouTuber Matt Field spent the night in a dark cave in the middle of nowhere in Australia after his friend told him about an unsettling experience he had in that cave and dared him to spend the night there alone.
On top of it, he's in Australia. What are you trying to do? Reconnect the chiral network or something? Where's your packages at? You ain't got no business being out here.
Matt's channel is a bit more extreme than other outdoor exploration channels, and his videos often feature him leaving civilization behind.
Oh, he got motion. My fault. Oh my goodness, my fault. Lord have mercy. That's my bad, bro. Wait, you got motion for real. My bad. I do not know who I'm talking to, and I would like to apologize for calling you crazy for doing this because you obviously know what you're doing. I'm sorry. Didn't know you had motion like that, bro.
To remote locations for days, living only off the fish he catches and the animals he hunts. In the video, he mentions that he didn't bring any water to the trip, hoping to find water to drink in the cave. After about 4
Did I just hear that right?
days, living only off the fish he catches and the animals he hunts. In the video, he mentions that he didn't bring any water to the trip, hoping to find water to drink in the cave.
I ain't got nothing to say. There's nothing I can say to that.
After about 4 hours of walking, he finally finds the cave and climbs down the...
That's the cave!
Drink in the cave. After about 4 hours of walking, he finally finds the cave and climbs down the man-made ladder inside. Venturing deeper inside the cave, Matt crawls into the different holes he finds to...
I'm about to pass out. I'm about to pass out.
see if any of them lead anywhere. Around this time, he started hearing a couple of rocks falling near the entrance and the sound of some sort of animal walking around. At one point in the video, he mentions he feels like he's being watched, and things get a little more disturbing at around 11 p.m. when he begins to eat his baked beans for dinner.
Baked beans? You know what? He may not have brought no water with him, but at least he thought ahead and he brought him a can of baked beans. He's based for the baked part because baked beans are the only good version of beans. You can get away with some refried beans, but they got to be in a burrito or something with some cheese action. But baked beans, I can respect that.
Disturbing at around 11 p.m. when he begins to eat his baked beans for dinner.
That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Look at my
That was a silverfish.
I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder.
What?
It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that.
So that ladder he climbed down through, that's what's making a noise? Imagine it's some crazy person up top cutting the ladder so he can't get out, and then he has to stay down there forever.
Holy.
When Matt recorded this video, it wasn't a windy night at all, and the fact that the chain is moving can only mean that there's someone or something down there with him.
That chain moved just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100%.
Bro, this looks like a dadgum SpongeBob autopsy.
Only mean that there's someone or something down there with him.
That chain moved just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climbed down into this cave on. It's moving. Now, you can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even forecast. Holy.
What you gonna do, bro? You gotta do something. Don't look at me. He looking at me like I'm gonna help him. What am I gonna do? Look.
Holy.
He over here looking at me like I know what I'm doing. Oh, I got some gamer subs on me, bro. GG. I got you a permanent marker somebody sent me in fan mail. I don't know what else I can do. Yo, you gotta do something, bro.
You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked.
Bro, you got a knife or something?
Okay. Well, I've got my backpack back on, and I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours after I checked in with you guys, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and that sound was not normal.
2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the Australian wilderness, inside of a cave within the Australian wilderness with no water. Nothing but a can of baked beans and a camera.
I'm getting out of here.
After the creepy noises subside, he changes his mind about leaving the cave and decides to spend the rest of the night near the entrance. A couple of hours later, he reported hearing hissing sounds that sounded like human voices, but after walking around the cave, he couldn't find anything that could be making those noises. Aside from big animals, the worst thing that could have happened to Matt is to have come across a hostile squatter living in the cave, although it's unclear why anyone would want to live down there. Fortunately, he made his way out of the cave safely as soon as the sun rose.
That's what's up.
Never went back to that cave again.
That's good. Or any cave again, I hope.
Roadie is a channel dedicated to off-the-grid living, in which the uploader usually posts videos about what life is like living out of his truck and traveling around living.
Yo, these outdoor channels got motion, bruh. I'm about to start CaseOh Outdoors. Golly.
In which the uploader usually posts videos about what life is like living out of his truck and traveling around the country. The videos are
I'm gonna
usually
start a YouTube channel called CaseOh Outdoors. The profile picture is just gonna be me sitting outside. The only thing that's gonna get uploaded is me playing video games. It's just gonna be called CaseOh Outdoors.
Cool, with an emphasis on the beauty of nature and independent living. But this particular video is a bit more disturbing than the rest. In December 2017, Roadie uploaded footage of an incident that took place earlier that year while he was car camping in a parking lot.
A parking lot?
At around 1:30 a.m., a hooded man started walking around his truck and taking pictures of his license plates. Because the back of the truck where the uploader was sleeping was pretty much pitch black, the man probably didn't see anyone in there and continued to suspiciously walk around the truck for several minutes, unaware that he was being recorded. After a while...
Chad, am I tweaking, or if somebody is doing this, is your first instinct not to jump out and be like, bro, what are you doing? I don't think I would rather sit in the back and just let them take pictures of my car. Like, I'm about to jump out and be like, bro, what you doing?
The man makes his way to the side of the truck and tries to shine the flashlight inside, which is when the uploader decides to take action to protect himself and let the man know he's there.
There you go.
Immediately after the uploader bangs his fist on the inside of the truck, the suspicious man runs away.
Okay, that's good.
It's unclear what exactly he planned to do, but based on his behavior, it couldn't have been anything good, and he was probably planning a carjacking. Fortunately, the uploader was able to get away safely and spend the night elsewhere.
Bro, this kind of stuff is scary, bro.
Gary and Amica are a father-daughter duo from Scotland who make videos about their travels around Europe in their camper van. The videos are usually pretty wholesome and entertaining.
That is wholesome. That's wholesome. The cow
travels around
action.
Europe in their camper van.
Look at the cow. That's wholesome right there. Until, you know, one of them cows, you know, accidentally runs them over on that bike, and then your bike's broken. You're like, oh, man.
Videos are usually pretty wholesome and entertaining, but in this particular video, Gary and Amica had a pretty disturbing encounter. This footage was uploaded in March of 2023 during a trip to Tensmuir Forest in North Fife, Scotland. As they were walking through the woods, Amica told her dad she heard voices somewhere near them, and after searching for a while, this is what they found.
No.
We just stopped and had a look in these woods. Look at how scary that is.
Oh, that's mannequins. Yo, chill! Yo, chill!
Let's put the torch on. Here's even one on the ladders.
Oh, there's someone lying on the ground. Without
Falling over. Look at the one on the ladders.
Hey, bro.
The tree.
Hey, you need to get up out of there. Oh,
the
no.
washing line over there to the left. Yeah, there. Keep it there. That is weird, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There isn't actually a person. There's a doggy there.
In addition to dozens of creepy mannequins dressed up in costumes, they came across some pretty unsettling paintings hanging outside the little cabin in the middle of the woods. I did some research and found several other channels that featured the strange cabin, but the only information I could find was that the mannequins and whoever set it up clearly went through a lot of trouble to make it as creepy as possible.
You know what's crazy? They probably set